What is it? Hello and welcome to The Essential Gamer. You're watching What Is It with me, Lee, the program, show, thing where we tell you about games, give you a review and some opinions. And what it is this time is a cold, I believe, or a chest infection. No, it is Frogue. It's a rogue game. It's a roguelike, you could say, with a frog. Frogue. So Frogue is turn-based to a point. Action platformer, I guess you could call it. I say kind of turn-based to a point because it gives you this story and you are given a frog and then you are thrown into procedurally generated maps where the enemies move at the same time as you. Think something like Super Hot, but instead of 3D first-person shooting, you're action platforming, taking out baddies with your sword because you're a frog, you've naturally got a sword, working your way through the levels, playing exactly the same as what you think a road game would play like, and dying and going back to the beginning and doing it again in another procedurally generated map. That's kind of it. I want to say there's a lot more. There's not. It's very simple. You can level up your guy, you get a random map, you take on a boss, you go to the next level, you do it again, and then you go to the next map, and then bada-bum bada-bee. Developed by Wired Dreams Studio. Frogue is actually, I suppose, a spiritual successor to another game of theirs that I played called Undergrave. Look out for Undergrave and another What Is It, because it does deserve its own thing. But you can see the DNA in Frogue, how it's evolved from that game. And to be honest, I really enjoy it. It's very tactical. It's surprisingly tactical, in fact. As you start to work your way through different levels and see different enemies and work out what their attack patterns are and all that kind of jazz, you get stronger and stronger. And of course, being a roguelike, you will level up your dude. On different runs you'll get different things. So you go to technically a shop. It's not really a shop. I believe you have to have like a shopkeep for it to be a shop, but no shopkeep, but a shop all the same. And you level up your frog, and then you unlock things like warping from level to level. You have stronger weapons, you have better agility, you have different attacks, all that kind of jazz, until you have leveled up your frog to Maximus, and then you can go into the old boss room there. And I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's a boss. The boss is fairly intuitive. There's a little bit of ingenuity there with some of them, and obviously the form of turn-based combat that you're engaged in make them quite exciting tactical ruckuses. It's quite nice. You're going to die. You're going to die all the time. But it's not horrendous to go back. Something like Returnal has nailed this in recent years, and this is like a strip back of all of those core gameplay elements. Take it all back. Don't need the flashy AAA. This is a nice little developed game on its own. Simple, nicely presented, got a cool frog in it. I don't really know what else to say to you. If you like frogs, you're in for a winner. So I'll say this for Frogue, it is very simple, yes, it's very nicely done, but it's also fun, because it's stripped away, it hasn't got all of that sort of pretentious bullshit piled on top. It's not trying to tell a overly complicated narrative. You get a few bits of text at the beginning that explains what's going on, why you're a frog in a robe, and then off you go. Go kill some stuff, work it out. And I like that. They're not holding my hand, they're not overselling anything to me. It's very, very clear from the beginning what kind of game you're playing, and as you start to unlock things, it gets a little bit more easy and enjoyable. I mean, what's not to like? I don't know what I could say. It's good. It's a good game. Like, I like a game that can perform technical, not so much marvels, because it's not a marvel, but just perform technically well, cleanly, with good presentation, simple premise, and good gameplay. And Frogue does exactly that. It does everything I would want it to do as a modern game, while feeling retro and making me happy. So there you go. Frogue makes me happy. Frogue then is a competently made and well delivered roguelike with a frog, and it does everything that I would want that game to do It's satisfying to play, but I will say on long playthroughs or sessions on the game, you might find a little bit of repetition boredom. There's not a great deal of difference in the opening levels. If you do get further, you'll see more stuff naturally, but I would say for some people it may not unlock things quite quick enough for them. But that is a very minor gripe about a minor selection of people for a game that I thoroughly enjoyed and would recommend to anyone who likes roguelikes, games or frogs. So there you have it. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, please do like the video, leave a comment telling me what you enjoyed, and if you are so inclined, subscribe to the channel. It supports us and keeps us going, gives us a reason to live. If you didn't like it, then you could tell me why you didn't like it. Write it in the comments there, have a little tippy tap, and I will pad my way in from the pond with my cloak on and my sword, and I'll stick it right up your Keep gaming, gamers. Game well, game hard. Gaming. Games.